Good evening, folks. It's your bro, Richie Rich here. Today's video, I'm back with another Lambo video for you all. Today's video, I'll be talking to you all about the next Lamborghini. Today's video, I'll be talking to you all about. This is gonna be a quick Lambo. This is gonna be a quick Lambo video. Today's video, I'll be talking to you all about the Lamborghini off-roader. Today's video, I'll be talking to you all about the Lamborghini LM002. So it's pretty much just like a V12 off-roader, which basically has the engine from one of the greatest Lambos ever. I'll mention that in a little bit. So today I'll be talking to you about the Lamborghini LM002. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell and hit all so you literally don't want to make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So the Lamborghini LM00, Lamborghini LM002. Here we go. So the Lamborghini LM002. So LM002 is an off-road vehicle manufactured by Lambo between 1986. So 1986 and 1993. So 1993. The LM002 was an unusual departure for Lambo. So departure for Lambo, which at the time was primarily known for high performance, hand-built sports cars. So sports cars. Well, mainly supercars. The LM002 wasn't the first. wasn't the first. So it wasn't the first. Wasn't the first of its kind to be built by Lambo. Two prototype cars, both the Cheetah and the LM001. So LM001 paved the way for the LM002. Both vehicles used rear-mounted American power plants. So American power plants and were intended for military use, but weren't well received. With the idea of using a front-mounted Countach V12, to power the LM001. So LM001 came the next model, the LM002. So LM002, which was the first of the three. First of the three. So first of three. This. So it was the first of the three. So first of the three to see actual production by Lambo. The LM002's part. So the LM002. So the LM002 is part of the Lamborghini Militaria series. So the LM002 is so the LM002 is part of the Lamborghini, or Lambo, I would say, Militaria. So Militaria series of vehicles. For those who don't know what Lamborghini Militaria is, or simply Lamborghini or Lambo LM series, which is known as this is a cool name, the Rambo Lambos. There are a series of off-road utility trucks produced by automotive manufacturers. So produced by Lambo. It started as an attempt at the military light utility truck market, which is the Jeep. So the Jeep market. So Jeep market segment. So it started as an attempt at the military light utility truck market, the Jeep market segment. The vehicles in this series are greatly reminiscent of the FMC XR311 or XR311, and is in turn reminiscent of the Hummer, U.S. Army HMM, so U.S. Army HMM, so or HMM WV. The series expanded into the luxuries. The series expanded into the luxury. The series expanded into the luxury. So luxury sports utility. So utility market. And its primary production run was the LM002, which I'm talking about at the moment, which sold over 300 units. It's considered a pioneer. So the pioneer of the luxury sport utility market. All other comparable vehicles being utility rather than luxury. This chassis family existed from 1977 through 1993. So from 1977 to 1993. And that was around, from that point in time, between those 2 years, that was 16 years? Well, 16 years. Yeah, 16 years ago from those 2 years, from 1977 to 1977 to 1983. So the LM2, so back to the LM002. So the LM so the LM002 the LM002's part of the Lambo Militaria, so like a military series of vehicles. Alright, overviews next. So let's begin. So manufacturer is by Lambo, obviously. Also called Lambo LM/American. So that's what it's also called. So overview of manufacturer Lambo. So manufacturer Lambo, also called Lambo LM/American. Production was from 1986 to 1993. Assembly is in Sant'Agata, Sant'Agata Bolognese in Italy. So that's the assembly. not to be confused with spaghetti bolognese, which that's just cool. I mean, it's kind of odd, to name it after a food, like a place in Italy, but it's cool. I mean, I guess. I mean, problem. I mean, ain't got a problem with it. I mean, it's genius. So it's assemblies in Santa Gata Bolognese in Italy. So that's the assembly. Designer is Giulio Alfieri. So Giulio Alfieri. Body and chassis next. The class is a light commercial vehicle. It's a light commercial vehicle, A.K.A. LCV. It's a light commercial vehicle. It's a light commercial vehicle. So light commercial vehicle. Body style is next. Two versions you can have is a four-door SUV and a four-door sport utility truck. It's a sports utility truck. It's like a kind of an off-road like truck version of this car. It's like quite cool. So body style. Two versions you can have is a four-door SUV and a four-door SUV and a four-door sport utility truck. Layout is front engine, four-wheel drive, which is good, or all-wheel drive, but four-wheel drive. So layout, front engine, four-wheel drive. Platform is a tubular. It's on a tubular steel frame. So a tubular steel frame with riveted aluminum body panels. It's related to the Countach, which I talked about a couple days ago, roughly around there. Somewhere around there. So somewhere around there, yeah. Related to the Lamborghini, related to the Countach. Powertrain is next. Now we're on engine. Two types you can have. First one being is a 5.2 liter L503. So L503 L503 naturally aspirated V12. So yeah, naturally aspirated L503 5.2 liter V12. And the other one is a naturally aspirated 7.2 liter. So 7.2 liter L804. So L804 Marine V12. So 2 liter difference between the two V12s. Transmission is a 5-speed manual. Dimensions is next. Wheelbase 2,950 millimeters, 116.1 inches. Says wheelbase. Length 4,790 millimeters. Say length 4,790 millimeters. Right up is almost close to like an approximate 4,800 millimeters, about like 10 millimeters less, but excuse me, my coughing for me is just horrendous, literally. So length is 4,790 millimeters, 188.6 inches. So 188.6 inches for length. Width approximately 2,000 millimeters, 78.7 inches. So 78.7 inches is width. Height approximately 1,850 millimeters, 72. So height approximately 1,850. So 1,850 millimeters, 72.8 inches. So for height, curb weight is approximately 2,700 kilos. So 2,700 kilos. So 2,700 kilos, 2.7 tons, which is like both not too good, but it's also not bad as well. But it's okay-ish. I mean, 2,700 kilos. Well, 2.7 tons roughly. 5,952 pounds. It's like less than 6,000 pounds it weighs, which will probably be at least a smidge like below or over 3,000 kilos, roughly, or some. I think somewhere around there. I guess. So curb weight approximately 2,700 kilos, 5,952 pounds. Chronology is next. The predecessor is these three Lambos: the Cheetah, LM001, and LMA002. So the predecessor is these three Lambos: the Cheetah, so Cheetah, LM, so Cheetah, so the Cheetah, LM001, and the LMA002. The successor is the Lamborghini Urus, which basically underneath is either like a Porsche. Well, underneath is basically these four, um, five off-road cars. It's related to two Audis, the Q7 and Q8, the Bentley Bentayga, the Mark III Porsche Cayenne, and the Volkswagen Touareg. Which is like these which is like this type of German off-roader. Which I quite like these type of VW off-roaders. I mean, some people disagree, others would kind of agree. But I'm always a VW enthusiast. I mean, I love VWs, mostly the Golf. Those are a lot of fun. I mean, they're just cool. I mean, and like the other VWs, I'm a huge VW fan. Always have and always will be because I think they're just cool. So chronology around predecessor was these three Lambos: the Cheetah, so Cheetah, LM001, and LMA002. The successor is the Lamborghini Urus, which is the spiritual Lambo, which basically underneath is either like it's got bits of like parts from like most German off-roaders, like the engine from a Porsche, the V8 from a Cayenne Turbo, and the interior from an Audi SQ5, I think it was. I'm not 100% sure. It was like these type of Audi off-roaders. I kind of forgot, but oh well. All right, next up we got is history. Lambo built its first military vehicle. So military vehicle, a pro, so military vehicle, a prototype vehicle codenamed Cheetah in 1977. Lambo had designed the vehicle with hopes of selling it to companies in both the oil oil exploration and production industry. The original Cheetah prototype had a rear mounted rough to rocky part Chrysler V8 engine. Are you kidding me? Chrysler V8s? Are you kidding me? Well, basically they're just like, I believe they're like Hemi V8s pretty much. I don't know. So the original Cheetah prototype had a rear-mounted Chrysler V8. Say Chrysler V8. I always drop my head down every time every time I say Chrysler, just like I just nod off every time I say Chrysler. Chrysler are just so terrible, honestly. Why do people like make these terrible cars? Honestly, like I don't understand. Like, why do they? Chrysler should never existed in the first place, but why did it? Like, honestly, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm lost for words. I literally do not know what to say at this point. Like, nothing. Anyways, let's move on. So the original Cheetah prototype had a rear-mounted Chrysler V8. That's that side. So moving on to the next part. The only finished prototype was never tested by the U.S. military, only demonstrated to them by its designer, Rodney Ferris. So Rodney spelled Rodney, and Ferris is without the F. It's spelled PH. So PHA. So PHA. It's like PHARS. It's like saying Ferris from like Ferris wheel or something. I don't know. So Rodney Ferris. It was later sold to TCM, which stands for Teledyne. So it was later sold to TCM, which stands for Teledyne. So it stands for Teledyne Continental Motors. So Teledyne Continental Motors. Teledyne Continental Motors. I'll say it slow, just so you understand. Teledyne Continental Motors by MTI. So MTI, and is apparently still in the U.S. This led Lambo to develop the LM001, which was very similar to the Cheetah, but had an AMC V8. So AMC is by American Motors Corporation, which they do pretty good muscle cars, pretty much. They do like, oh shoot, what do they do? They do the Javelin, what else do they do? They do like for those who remember the movie Cars 2 from 2011, they do like two of the cars, like the Gremlin and Pacer. They do those ones. What? But aside from that, like AMC, they do pretty good cars, like the Ambassador, Rambler Classic, what else? Rebel, which is known as the Rambler Rebel in 1967, and Matador. Not to be confused with the Matador. So Matador. So the Matador. Which is like, how can I say this? Before I say, like, they even do like, the Marlin AMX. What else? And the Javelin. Which the Javelin kind of looks like a mix of a Mustang and like a Camaro. Sort of, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, from Matador, it's like this. How am I gonna say this? I don't even know how I'm gonna say it. Or, so this led Lambo to develop the LM001, which was very similar to the Cheetah, but had an AMC V8. So Mazda meaning. So it's basically a bullfighter, man. How the heck did I forget that? Oh my god. How did I forget that? Unbelievable. So I wrote that this led Lambo to develop the LM001, which was very similar to the Cheetah, but had an AMC V8. It's finally determined. So it was finally determined that the engine being mounted in the rear caused that the engine being mounted in the rear, so in the rear caused too many unfavorable handling, so unfavorable handling characteristics, so unfavorable handling candor, so unfavorable handling, handling characteristics in an off-road vehicle, and the LMA002 was built with an entirely new chassis, moving the engine, now the V12, out of the Countach to the front, which is where it has to be properly. That's the proper engine place at the front. So moving the engine, now the V12, out of the Countach to the front. After much testing, so both testing and altering of the prototype, it's finally given a serial number and became the first LM002. So the first LM002. So first LM002, the production model was unveiled at the Brussels Auto Show in the city of Brussels in Belgium in 1986. So 1986. So 1986. So 1986. It was dubbed the Rambo Lambo. So it was dubbed the Rambo Lambo. Kind of a rhythm going on. Civilian models were outfitted with a full luxury package. So full luxury pack, including full leather trim. So full leather trim. Click my knuckle. No, click my wrist. Ow. Ow. So civilian models were outfitted with a civilian models were outfitted with a full luxury package. Full luxury pack, including full leather trim. Full leather trim, tinted power windows, air conditioning, and a premium stereo. So premium stereo mounted for some reason in a roof console. Does that mean it's mounted on a roof or something? I got no clue at all. In order to meet the vehicle's tire needs, Lambo commissioned Italian tire company Pirelli to create the Pirelli Scorpion tire. So Pirelli Scorpion tires, with custom run flat tread designs. These are made specifically for the LM and rough. These are made specifically for the LM and are offered in two different tread designs, one for mixed use and the other for sand use only. So sand use only. So for the mixed uses, basically, going over like sand, mud, snow, ice, gravel, all that kind of stuff. Water as well. So one for mixed use, again, snow, mud, deserts, like sand, gravel tracks, rocks, everything else, blah 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 blah. So these are made specifically for the LM. For the LM, and were offered in two different tread designs, one for mixed use and the other for sand use only. These tires, these tires could be run virtually flat without so both without risk and could handle the desert heat. So desert heat, so heat, loading, and speeds. So the speeds of the LM002, and it was also fitted with a whopping. So the LM002 was the LM002. Get ready for this. So this might shock you. The LM002 was fitted with a whopping 169 liter, or rather, it was like a 170 liter, so 170 liter, 45 US gallon fuel tank. What? I'd say that's roughly around more than maybe 200 coin, $200, or maybe like 300, it's like 400 euros, something like that, or a little bit less probably, to literally fill the car up. Honestly, like, that's just insane. So yeah, the LM002 was fitted with a 169 liter, 45 US gallon, says in US, 45 US gallon, so 45 gallon fuel tank. So 45 gallon fuel tank. So fuel tank. Next up is in the market versions. A total of 301, so over 300 examples. So 300 examples were built. The last 60 were a special edition called LM A or LM, so LM American or LM slash American. Only so LM slash American. So LM slash American. Only sold in the US. Unfortunately. It's a shame they can't sell this one in Europe or somewhere in China, Japan. I don't know. So the last 60 were a special edition called LM American, only sold in the US, first shown at the 1992 Detroit Auto Show, or Detroit, however you want to call it. So 1992 Detroit Auto Show. These have OZ alloy wheels, like OZ Superleggera, alloy wheels, chromed bumpers, special interior, various badging, and trim additions. So trim additions. It's like different trim levels in the car. For those requiring even more power, the Lambo L804. So L804. So L804 type naturally aspirated marine. So a marine is like an army type. I think 7.2 liter. So 7.2 liter V12. 7.2 liter V12. That's like, I'd say, the biggest V12 ever in a Lambo. That's insane. Like the biggest for a supercar and hypercar. Statistics was mainly like 5.2 to 6.5 liters. Like some Huracans, Gallardos, and like Aventadors, and Veninos as well, and the Scion as well. All that kind of stuff. So for those requiring even more power, the Lambo L804 type Marine 7.2, so naturally aspirated. So Marine naturally aspirated 7.2 liter 7.2 liter V12 more common, more commonly found in Class 1 offshore powerboats, could be ordered. So could be ordered. The end of production. So the end of this is a bit sad. Like the end of production was announced in the end of production was announced in 1991. So in 1991, while Lambo claimed to have received orders from around 800 cars maximum or minimum. So 800 cars, like dead on. So 800 cars. The complicated, like the difficult manufacturing process made them discontinue, so like not continue the car, so, or off-road, like off-roader I would call it. It's more of an off-road machine. So complicated manufacturing process made them discontinue the car in order to focus on more profitable models. So more profitable models. So profitable models. Profitable models near the near the end of the LM002's production, Turin-based auto shop owner Salvatore uh, Diamante created a one-off wagon or estate version for the Sultan of Brunei. So, which is a monarchical head of state of Brunei, which is officially known as Brunei Darussalam, which is a country in Southeast Asia. So Southeast Asia situated on the northern coast. It's like north coast of the island of Borneo. So Borneo, which is like the third largest island in the world, A.K.A. Kalimantan in the in like Indonesian language. So it's Indonesian technically. It's Indonesian technically. So near the end, so back to Lambo. Near the end of the LM002's production, Turin-based automo so Turin-based auto shop. So Turin-based auto shop owner Salvatore Diamante, which is an automobile engineer and restorer, best known as Bizzarini's factory manager in his 60s. He started his own firm in 1968, so the late 60s. One of his first contracts involving building the AMC AMX3. So near the end of the LM002's production, Turin-based auto shop owner Salvatore Diamante created a one-off estate version or wagon version for the Sultan of Brunei by both enclosing the back area and raising the roof. This added significant interior capacity. It's like more space, basically, in the interior. More space in the interior. Uday Hussein, whose full name is Uday Saddam Hussein. So Uday Saddam Hussein. Uday Saddam Hussein, born June 18th, 1964, passed away July 22nd, 2003, who was an Iraqi politician and the elder son of Saddam Hussein himself. Saddam Hussein himself, born April 28th, April 28th, 1937. So 1937, died December 30th, 2006. So it was before the New Year even happened, for 2007. And he was an Iraqi politician and a revolutionary who served as the 5th president of Iraq from 1979. So 1979 to 2000. So 1979 to 2003. So 2003. So that was around from that point in time, 24 years ago from that point in time, before 2003. Somewhere around there. So around 24 years ago from that time period. So back to Lambo. Uday Hussein. So Uday Hussein owned he owned a LM002. So owned an LM002. It's blown up. So it was blown up in 2004. So it was blown up. So it was blown up in 2004. So in 2004 by U.S. military for an ostensible car bomb test. So it's a test on like how durable cars are if they're exploded from bombs. Literally. Some scientists would kind of do these kind of testings with different cars. Like I've seen in Tokyo where the Hummer H2, I think it was, is blown up with 7 pounds of plastic explosives. Just blown up, like the car was barely recognizable. Literally. And like that was when Richard Hammond was driving the Marauder, which was like the South African military off-road vehicle, which had the same amount of explosives and blew up, but dug a hole with the tire. So with the tire actually, and it was pretty much indestructible. Even though some parts are like hanging off and whatnot, it managed to drive out of the hole just with a flat tire. But it was pretty cool, and it was like bulletproof as well. And even Hammond did like a testing what was I saying? So Hammond did like a testing routine to shoot at the Marauder to test its bulletproofness, like to test how bulletproof the car was. Well, not really a car, but it was like a kind of an off-road tank almost. Because if you see like the video, it goes through buildings. It towed literally a impound truck, which tried to impound which was a police impound truck, and crushed 2 cars. It's nuts. It's crazy. Insane it was. Literally. Just insane. Anyway, so yeah, Uday Hussein owned an LM002. It's blown up in 2004 by U.S. military for an ostensible car bomb test. And LM002, so LM002 was featured in the films No Hand, so no, not No Hand, sorry, No Holds Barred, 1989, so 1989, Toys, 1992, Fast and Furious, A.K.A. Fast 4, 2009. So 2009, as well as the 1990s video game Stunts, aka 4D sports driving, which that came out in 1990. Well, late 1990. Well, October 1990, that game came out. Said no holds barred, Toys Fast 4, and the 1990s video game Stunts. So Stunts. Okay, last up is Motorsport, and then we'll end it there. So we got the LM002 Evoluzione. So Evoluzione. Evoluzione. So Evoluzione or Evolution or Evo, pretty much as a shortened method, allies the LM002 LM002 Paris Dakar 1988. Two special LM002 cars were built. So two special LM002 cars. So two special LM002 cars. So cars were built with the intention of making them capable of participating in the Paris Dakar Rally. So Paris Dakar Rally. So Paris Dakar Rally. One was painted white, and the other was one was painted white, and the other one was painted. So one was painted white, and the other one was painted orange. The white one was built in 1988. So 1988, Lambo stripped it out. So stripped it out like all of like all so stripped it off all like the unnecessary weights and gave it an upgrade. So upgraded suspension. So upgraded suspension. Engine mods. So engine. I can't even talk. Engine mods, which brought it up. Which brought it. So they brought it to 591 horsepower. Right now it's like between 590 to 600 horsepower. It's pretty good. It's not bad for an off-road vehicle. So upgraded suspension, engine mods, which brought up to 600 horsepower, full roll cage, so full roll cage plexiglass windows, also known as polymethyl methacrylates, which is PMMA, which is a synthetic polymer derived from methyl methacrylates. It's used as an engineering plastic, and it's a transparent thermoplastic. PMMA is also known as acrylic itself, so A.K.A. acrylic in general, acrylic glass, as well as by the trade names and brands. So both trade names and brands: Krelux, Hazelites, Plexiglass, Acrylites, Lucite, and Perspex. So Perspex among several others. This plastic is often used in sheet form as a lightweight, either a lightweight or shatter resistant. It's a shatter resistant. It's almost like bulletproof, almost, or something like that. Alternative to glass. It can also be used. So it can also be used. So also be used as a casting resin. So casting resin in both inks and coatings, and for many other purposes. So for those that don't know what resin is, resin is basically like this kind of solution, which basically like it starts to like heat up, I think, and then afterwards for like a couple hours, it starts to harden into like glass almost, something like that. I don't know. I've seen videos of it like it going like rock hard to glass. Anyways, nice Lambo. So Lambo stripped it. So stripped it all of. So stripped it off all unnecessary weight and give it an upgraded suspension. So upgraded suspension, engine mods, which brought it up to 591 so 591 round up to like almost 600 horsepower, full roll cage, full roll cage, plexiglass windows, and GPS equipment. So GPS equipment. Funding. So funding ran out before it could officially be entered in competition. So competition, although one of them did participate in the rally. So like it's like saying the word rally, but it's got an e at the end. Des Ferrons or something. Ferrons? I can't pronounce the word properly. It's spelled Ferrons or something. It is basically French for Pharaoh's Rally. It's a Pharaoh's Rally, which was a rally raid event that took place in Egypt between 1982, so 1982 to 2015. So that was a 33-year difference between those 2 years. Cairo, which is the capital of Egypt, was both the start and finish point. So start and finish point at the foot of the pyramids of Giza, which is the home to the Great Pyramid, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, along with their associated pyramid complexes and the Great Sphinx. Hold up. There we go. Okay. Let's finish this. So all were built during the fourth dynasty of the Old Kingdom of ancient Egypt between 2600 and C 2600 to C 2500 BC. The site also includes several temples, cemeteries, and the remains of a workers' village. Oh, Sphinx overbuilt during the 4th dynasty in the Old Kingdom of Ancient Egypt between 2600 and 2500 BC. So 2500 BC. The site also includes several temples, cemeteries, and the remains of a workers' village. So back to the rally to pharaohs. Cairo was both the start and finish points at the foot of the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, and the rally covered roughly around 3,100 kilometers, which is around 1,900 miles. That's insane. I used to travel 1,900 miles, which is nuts. It's similar in format to the Dakar rally. So it's similar in format to the Dakar rally, in that it took place in desert conditions, and cars, trucks, and motorcycles were all permitted to compete. So back to Lambo. Funding ran. So funding ran out. Before it could officially be entered in the competition. Although one of them did participate in the Rally de Pharaons in Egypt, and another in Greece. So in Greece, both times driven by Sandro Monari. Sandro Monari. So born March 27th, 1940, age 84, from the commune of Cavarzere, which is a commune or municipality in the metropolitan city of Venice in the Italian region of Veneto, located about 35 kilometers, 22 miles southwest of Venice in Italy. So in Cavarzere, which is the Kingdom of Italy. So Kingdom of Italy in Italian is Regno d'Italia. So Regno d'Italia. So d'Italia. Can't really. My Italian accents are. My Italian's a bit weak, I'll be honest. So funding ran out before it could officially be entered in competition, although one of them did participate in the Rally to Pharaons in Egypt and another in Greece, both times driven by former motor racing and Italian former motor racing and the rally driver. So from Italy, Sandro Monari. So Sandro Monari. Last part, and I'll end it there. The orange car was developed by Swiss based World LM Racing team. All right. Sorry if I keep screwing up. I'm so sorry right now. All right, so that'll be it. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted when I make a brain up. So hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright. So that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So I gotta go. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Good night.